Sure. Thanks, Ashish. Broadly, given the COVID-19 crisis, there are various emergency tax measures taken by various jurisdictions who are affected by the crisis. I think we can divide these measures broadly into three buckets. One is, of course, in the tax filing obligations. This is something that, of course, India has also taken into account and given postponement in terms of due dates. The second is in terms of tax payment obligations, and the third bucket is in terms of tax incentives or SOPs that have been granted by the government to various businesses. So let me just take up some of the important jurisdictions where the government has brought about these incentives or these tax measures. The first jurisdiction I'll take up is UK. So UK, of course, has been greatly affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Now, in terms of payment obligations, income tax payments, including self-assessment payments, which were due on July 31st, 2020, have been deferred by about 6 months to January 31st, 2021. The taxpayers don't really need to make any application for this deferment, and this is automatic. Further, unlike India, where there is still maybe an interest, reduced interest, but an interest applicable, in case of UK, there is no interest or penalty or any additional tax amount that will become applicable due to this deferment. Similar deferment has been made even in case of VAT, and this is basically with respect to the last quarter of VAT payments. So a similar deferment has also been made in case of VAT payments. In terms of tax incentives, there is a coronavirus business interruption loan facility that has been sort of set up by the government to help businesses in cases of liquidity crunches. There is also, funding grants and other loans available to both small and medium scale enterprises as well as other corporates by the government to take care of their ongoing businesses. And lastly, I think like Nishit Bhai was also mentioning in terms of how to take care of the business losses of the current year, I think what the UK government has proposed is that there is an extended carry forward, not backward here, but carry forward of the net operating losses of this year to future years. That period of carry forward will be extended. Also, certain industries, for example, the retail, hospitality, and leisure businesses have been granted exemptions or tax holidays from business days. So this is as far as UK is concerned. In the USA, the Coronavirus Aid, Relief and Economic Security Act, the CARES Act, was passed. This also provides similar relief to taxpayers, all sorts of taxpayers, including funds, trusts, individuals, corporations, etc. From the filing and payment of tax returns, which was due on April 15, 2020. This has also been extended by 3 months, and similar provision has been made such that no penalties or interest or any other additional payments will be applicable on the taxpayer owing to the deferment. Moving on to some jurisdictions in the European Union. In the Netherlands also, similar payment system has been made where a deferral has been granted for payments of income taxes, including corporate taxes and payroll taxes. But in this case, the deferral isn't really automatic, and the taxpayer is required to make an election, letting the authorities know that due to the COVID-19 crisis, payments cannot be made, and therefore please grant me this deferment. Interest has been reduced. If there is any interest due, that's been reduced from about 4% to 0.01% to help the taxpayer. Lastly, I think another interesting move taken by the Dutch government is that a carryback of net operating losses, or carry back in this case, has been introduced to the extent of 80%. So for the current year, if your losses are at 100, then of that 80 can be carried back and set off against profits made in 2019. So again, the Dutch authorities haven't really said that your losses need to be linked to the COVID-19 crisis, and it's sort of a catch-all provision saying that if you have made losses in this current year, that can be carried back and set off against profits of 2019. So that's an interesting measure taken by the Netherlands government. I think in terms of other EU countries like Luxembourg, Belgium, France, etc., similar measures in terms of deferment of tax payment obligations with respect to VAT, corporate taxes, payroll taxes, etc., has been made. I think all countries are sort of following a similar approach when it comes to deferral of tax payments. Another interesting measure taken in Australia, which is, I think, sort of unique, and I think in the tax community people are talking about it, is with respect to foreign companies who have employees or key managerial persons in Australia, and such persons have not been able to or sort of have been forcibly required to stay in Australia due to the lockdown. So in Australia, it has been proposed that for any activities relating to such people who are staying in lockdown in Australia and are working for foreign companies, there is an exemption with respect to permanent establishment, with respect to corporate tax residency owing to place of effective management. So, for example, if you are conducting board meetings in Australia due to the fact that you're stuck in Australia, that itself will not lead to a foreign company having tax residency in Australia. Similar exemption has also been given for such persons who are stuck in Australia. Their day count test will not really consider the days in such a lockdown. Of course, to take these exemptions, one has to prove that, on a yearly basis, such persons are not resident in Australia, and it is only owing to the COVID crisis that such residency has taken place. So that, of course, is a condition that has to be met. So I thought that was another interesting measure that has been taken by Australia. Lastly, I think just to cover China, because China has, of course, been affected by the COVID crisis way before other jurisdictions. So I think the incentives and the measures taken by China are a lot more stringent or a lot more diverse, I would say, as compared to other jurisdictions. There have been VAT incentives, VAT exemptions, even corporate income tax exemptions that have been granted by the Chinese government to various businesses, and especially businesses in the essential services sector, to sort of take care of the COVID crisis. And another interesting point is that in China, these, as far as postponement of due date and these incentives are concerned, there is no last date. And this is something that will be decided by the government going forward, depending on how the COVID crisis ultimately sort of pans out. So I think those were broadly the measures taken by other countries. Now, Nishit Bhai, given these sort of measures taken in other countries, we would love to hear your views on how India can learn from these jurisdictions or take any inspiration from other jurisdictions. To you, Nishit Bhai.